Thank you so much, Peter, for speaking with us. Earlier, I was speaking with Jim, and he mentioned that Zenith Bank is now looking to go into Dubai, and maybe a good place to start is to understand why Zenith Bank is considering Dubai right now.
Well, thank you very much. I'll say we're in the process of finalizing establishing an office in Dubai. Dubai essentially will be a subsidiary of Zenith Bank UK. And you ask why Dubai? Dubai is actually a gateway to Asia. And because the volume of business between Nigeria and the many Asian countries has increased over time, we believe that Dubai will be a very good point where we can serve most of our customers, especially when it comes to trade services. Dubai will be a very good point for us
to
serve them.
A big focus on the trade coming out of Asia, the interaction between Nigeria and the likes of China, etc. But let's now talk about the local market and how you see that evolving, especially in the context of the biometric verification system that is coming in. I spoke to Jim about that as well, but I want to hear your thoughts about that. Is this the next major growth phase for Nigeria's banking sector? Can we see the type of strong double-digit growth we saw, say, in the late 1990s?
Well, I would say the BVN itself as a project is a very laudable one, and it will be a very good foundation for the Nigerian banking industry to drive the growth. Because what we are saying is every customer will have a unique identification, which is even a high-level identification because it's biometric. And you know that for two individuals, it can never be the same. So that in itself will drive business. It will open the banking industry to a lot, even the unbanked. Because we are seeing that those who don't have any form of identification, who don't have formal employment, can still come to the bank and operate accounts. So we see opportunity in the retail sector, which is what we don't even have now in Nigeria. But with the biometric, it will actually open the floodgate, and this will drive the next phase of growth in the Nigerian banking industry.
But many will say that the usefulness of this system even goes beyond the banks. So we're talking about other financial services. I want to share your thoughts on that because it is relatively unique what is about to happen in Nigeria, not just even Nigeria's financial system.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you are very correct. It is not just for the banks. Even if you look at when you travel internationally, in most countries, before you are admitted, even with your visa, you actually need to have your biometric verified. And it's going to actually help us drive quite a lot of things. Because what we lack, because we don't have any unique form of identification for anybody in Nigeria today, this actually will be like a very good substitute or alternative. So that itself will drive quite a lot of activities in the Nigerian financial system and even the social system itself.
Let's talk about the growth that you're seeing in Nigeria right now. We said the Q1 numbers suggest that growth has really slowed down to 3.9%. Now, you're doing banking business in Nigeria. Do you anticipate a rebound? Because many are calling that a blip because of the impact of the elections and the lower oil prices, the shock that we really saw in the first half of this year.
Well, there's no doubt the impact of the oil prices was quite significant in terms of activities in business in Nigeria, and not just in Nigeria alone, other oil-producing countries. And coupled with the political issues, I mean, talking about the election, everybody's like, oh, what exactly will happen and all that. But the good enough, the issue of political risk is very, very well minimized now, and we are now focused on the economy as it is. The oil prices we've probably seen the worst as it is, and things seems to have stabilized now at a particular range. So everybody has come to accept what had happened, and we are moving on. Nigeria, whether you like it or not, I see a lot of potentials for growth. Because if you are talking of a country of close to 150 million people, infrastructure, there is a lot to do across all sectors. Is it power? Even the oil and gas we are still talking about, there are still potentials there, manufacturing, quite a lot. So I believe that growth is not just on the retail side, even on the corporate side too, because many investors are still making inquiries about Nigeria. People want to still come in and exploit this opportunity. It's for us to ensure that the environment is very conducive for these people to come in. And we are looking at all this. So I believe that Q2 should be better than even Q1.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for
speaking to us.